Of course, I like to speak of the divine feminine when I see this stone, and you are actually going to create an energy through corporate queens that allows each and every woman to, oh, I'm getting tears, to connect to the divine feminine within them, the divine feminine within them and without. All of the women who sit in your audience, all of the women who tune in to your show every single week will be able to connect to the people in the audience and all of those women around them on a spiritual plane. I know that's a lot of information to kind of throw out there. However, tune in to Corporate Queens and you will understand.
Oh, I appreciate that. Well, to give you a little insight of what you're talking about, I would say, okay, so this was about intuition, and I would say that is something I want to be the directive of Corporate Queens is for intentions and intuition and for people to tap into that and to understand the importance of that. There's a great book out there called Goalability by Chris Curran, and he talks about inner and outer performing techniques, and he talks about visualization as one of the key components, and I think it's a good idea to sit down every day and to talk about your intentions and to manifest your intentions and to make sure and visualize your success. So I think tapping into your intuitive side is very important, and I think that's been very helpful in my business matchmaking segments. In terms, now what was this stone again?
Heartstone, follow your heart.
Follow your heart. Okay, what I got from that also was that you had mentioned a little bit about being a little bit direct and being, most women, 90% of businesses are because women saw a problem and they wanted to solve it. That's why they start a business. And what happens is they get so involved and so enthralled in that and they have so much heart in their business, they forget that it's a business, or they forget how to be a business person. So by creating this council or this court, and that's one of the components of Corporate Queens, you're going to be able to see more clearly how, less clarity, see more clearly how to increase the revenue of your business. Like a great organization is Count Me In, Make Mine $1 million business. And they really provide tools and resources to show women how to step out of the position of that need to do everything. And what you want to do is you want to have this council around you or this court around you that takes on the responsibility and specialty of the industry that they're involved in. So you do need an IT person, you do need an HR person, you do need a leadership person, you do need an operations person, and you do need a sales team and a marketing team. These are all vital components of a company that'll make you grow by leaps and bounds. So if you're at a 100,000 mark, you can be at $1 million mark within months just by trusting and trusting your intuition and trusting your advisor. So what I recommend and what we're going to start to demonstrate on this show is by each other becoming each other's mentor. So what I mean by that is if you own an IT company and you own an HR company, band together and be each other's mentor and be the check and balance of each other. Coaches are great, and I do recommend coaches, but you can get a team together that you don't have to necessarily, pay out of pocket to mentor each other. And I think that's what we want to facilitate here as one of the components of Corporate Queens. So the reading was great. I appreciate it. The other thing I would just want to mention is, back in the old days when there were queens, they did go to a mystic. They did go for advice. So what one tip can you give the audience viewers right now of stones or just intuition or...
Absolutely. Well, you know what, that's a great question. The first and foremost, I like to work in threes, okay? I'm going to suggest 3 stones here. The first one is an amethyst. Folks, you can pick this up anywhere in a metaphysical store. That's really to enhance your intuition, and the intuition is the inner voice, root word I-N, in. Always trust it. This will help activate it and clear the window. So amethyst is a fabulous stone for strengthening the intuition. It also comes in something that looks like a druzy, like this. Any type will do, whatever you connect to. Second stone I would recommend is citrine. We have 2 examples right here. Fabulous. Citrine is another very easily attainable stone. This and over here, this is again in the druzy form with these little sparkles. It's all about auric cleansing, and it's about the will center. It's about tapping into your own inner strength and overcoming any type of obstacle. So you connect your third eye with your will. And it's very interesting because look at this. You have the colors of royalty, speaking of queens. We have purple and we have gold. And that is all about empowerment. I would like to throw one more stone in there today, and that is called malachite. That's the stone of the heart. It's also about health, wealth, and prosperity, and it's really about inner strength. So if you take your intuition and you combine it with your will, okay, and then you throw some heart in there, and health, wealth, and prosperity, ladies, you have your recipe for self-empowerment and health, wealth, and a fabulous life.
Perfect. And how can we reach you again, Allison the Rock Girl?
You can find me through my website at www.therockgirl.com, or you can shoot me an email at info@therockgirl.com.
And tell us about your radio blog shows one more time.
I have 2 radio shows coming up on Blog Talk Radio. You can actually find them through my website. We have Rock Talk with the Rock Girl. That would be me. That's mini psychic readings just like this. They're free. Just call in, folks. All the information's on my website. And then we also have the Rock Girl Sacred Stone Show, where we talk about the individual properties of each stone. So callers, again, it's a free phone call for some free advice. You can call in and you can say, hey, I need some clarity. Which stone should I get? Or I need to cleanse my stones. Or I'm having a bad day. What stone can be uplifting? And we can talk about that stone. And again, each stone has an individual connection with the individual person. I work off the frequency and the sound of the voice. So if you call me on these radio shows, we can zoom in to each individual and we can concoct a fabulous recipe for each and every person.
Thank you.